Mods. You want them? I got them. But before we take a look at today's mods, I just want to remind you that I have an entire playlist of mod videos on my channel specifically for Baldur's Gate 3. So if you feel like browsing for some of the best mods, then remember to check those out after watching this one. Alright, with that out of the way, first I'd like for you to check out a selection of new heads. Here we have the recently released Bambi's Heads 1, Myky's heads, and of course Vemperen's other heads repaired. Now, I've previously covered Vemperen's other heads, however, I'm suggesting it again because the mod author has added a fair amount of new heads since the last time I covered it. So if you have Vemperen's installed already, I highly suggest you update it to its latest version, that being 1.5.0. Bambi's heads and Myky's heads all give you a variety of new faces for your Tav and Dark Urge, and most of them, I have to admit, are pretty good. That said, for my most recent playthrough, I elected to finally play as a male character with the goal of bedding every single female character that I can. And so my goal was to create the perfect husbando, the most handsome and interesting man this world has ever seen. And wouldn't you know it, the perfect candidate was right there at the front page of Nexus Mods, staring at me with his vividly blue eyes. Introducing the Henry of Skalitz head and hair mod. Yes, indeed, you can now finally bring Henry the Wench Slayer to life in Baldur's Gate 3, and can I just say how glorious this man looks? I mean, this is probably one of the best, if not the only recreation of Henry I've ever seen. That big, juicy nose, those wide, bizarrely innocent eyes, that stupid fucking hair. Mod author Neon Butchery and Steak has recreated that useless peasant boy from Kingdom Come Deliverance to astounding detail. Honestly though, I absolutely love this. Henry is the ultimate ladies guy, and he just fits right in with the Forgotten Realms where everyone's trying to bang each other, and I adore how he looks so lost at pretty much any moment while you play as him. Now, if Neon Butchery could just recreate the KCD2 version of Henry, that'd be gold. Now, to make this package feel really complete, I highly suggest you guys check out No Romance Limits by Wilhelm, otherwise known as the polyamory mod. Now here's the thing, this mod was released way back in 2023, but for some reason I just never brought it up on the channel, but with Henry the Wench Slayer taking the center stage in this showcase, it just fits like a glove for this one. As you probably might have guessed, the polyamory mod lets you romance, well, everyone in a single playthrough, should you choose to, without having to worry about getting dumped. Now, to really bring that knightly feel to Henry, or, well, any other character that you play as, I suggest you check out Paladin and Cleric gear by Pooty Wheat, as well as Knights and Dames by Ardy. These two mods bring a selection of high-quality armor to your game, and if you're intent on role-playing as a knight, like in this case with Henry, then these mods are a must. Also, the Knights and Dames gear can be found pretty organically throughout the game, while the Paladin and Cleric gear can be obtained via the Paladin's rucksack, which you can buy from traders like Aaron and so on, or by using the tutorial chest. And so we've finally completed our look for Henry the Wench Slayer. But wait, there's something missing here. Ah, yes, of course. To truly make Henry here the most dangerous man on the Sword Coast, we have to equip him with the right feats, and I've found the perfect mod for that. Introducing the Lone Wolf feat. And well, as mod author Baldur's Goonsack says in the mod description, with this mod, you are a true Sigma, the one who howls. Anyway, the Lone Wolf feat is actually inspired by a talent from Divinity Original Sin 2, and what it does is that when you have 2 members in your party or less, that being you and 1 other companion, you gain an extra action, bonus action, and reaction, as well as a 30% increase to your HP. You take half damage from all sources, and your carrying capacity is doubled. Finally, you gain a +4 bonus to 2 abilities, as well as proficiency bonus in their respective saving throws. Meaning that by picking this feat, playing as a lone Tav or Dark Urge actually becomes viable. However, I'd still suggest bringing at least 1 companion, which in most cases will probably end up being your romantic interest. Now you can rain down fireballs and bathe in the blood of your enemies together, without any other companions getting in the way. How romantic. Speaking of feats, I highly suggest you also check out Feats Overhaul by Kahoot and Ajax, and this mod, well, overhauls most of the feats. For example, the Great Weapon Master feat has been rebalanced to give you double proficiency bonus instead of the +10 you gain in vanilla, but it also turns the attack roll penalty into -1 instead of -5, meaning that Great Weapon Master becomes less punishing to use because you're less likely to miss your target when you attack. However, it does get weaker. Still, I think it's a nice trade-off. This, of course, is only one of the examples, and for a complete breakdown of all the feats, you can check out the mod description on Nexus Mods. Now, as we make our way through the various acts of Baldur's Gate 3 for the umpteenth time, it's understandable that some degree of burnout starts to set in. But oh boy, do I have the solution for you. I introduced to you extra encounters and mini-bosses, which you can find in the in-game mod manager. And well, like so many mods that are out there, the name of the mod says it all. Extra encounters adds a slew of new battles for you to overcome, and so far I have to say that they've all been really well placed, and there's even some new enemies that I haven't ran into before. Now, I don't want to spoil too much here because the point is to be taken by surprise with this mod, and let's just say that this mod has kept my newest playthrough feeling fresh because I don't know what's waiting around the next corner. Which also means you have to make sure to be stocked up and rested as much as you can, because some of the new encounters are actually pretty difficult. Huge shout out to Rella Mod for making this mod. It's really well done. Now, one mod that I feel is going to be invaluable is Bonk Enhanced by Baldur's Goonsack. This mod revamps the non-lethal passive, making absolutely sure that you cannot under any circumstance accidentally kill someone you just knocked out. Whether that be by setting their body on fire or just wanting to loot their equipment, NPCs that have been knocked out, like, say, Alfira or Minthara, won't just end up and die if you mess up somehow. A small mod, but an appreciated one nonetheless. Alright, now it wouldn't be a complete showcase without some mods for all you gooners out there, and don't you think I didn't notice how you've been ogling my Lae'zel? Anyway, if you want to make your frog waifu look extra sizzling, then I highly suggest you get the Secrua Armour as well as the Secrua Weapons by Obscenity. This set of equipment is inspired by the Secrua outfit from Black Desert, and I gotta say, this entire set looks snazzy as all hell, and for some reason it just looks really good on our frog wife.
I'm not one to admire a view. This time, well, this time shall be an exception.
That said, this set can be used by both female body types, which is really cool. This is also one of those equipment sets that can be upgraded as you play through the game, and you can find the necessary items for this as you explore. But if you want to pick up the items right away, you can find the exact locations in the mod's description. Again, all of these mods can be found in my YouTube description, so if you're watching this from TikTok or any other platform, head on over to YouTube and subscribe already, why don't you? Alright, that's gonna be it for today. See you in the next one, my horny friends. Mr. Alton, signing off.